give everybody a little update on where Greña and I are at. I've been having a bitting issue with him, doing rubs. I've tried a ton of different bits, different positions. It still rubs him because he's kind of a fiddly thing with the bit. So I had my good friend Jolene come out and fitted him with this hackamore. And this is the first day I've ridden him in the hackamore. I've ridden him before in a loping hackamore, so he kind of has an idea of that. But this is a bit of a different feel. So he gets confused often. And I'm not trying to, be real hard with it. Just give him some time. So he's got this adorable little jog that we've been just working on. It's not horribly collected or anything. It's just a real quiet, soft jog. It takes a long time to get them to really develop the muscles to do a really collected one. But I'm happy with how soft he's being, and he's a lot more relaxed and responsive to me and fighting a lot less. He kind of gets a little ornery, and you'll see him swish his tail at my leg, and he used to kind of toss his head a little bit, and a lot of that's gotten so much better. So what we're working on now is just transitions, trying to get him to move into a more working trot and then bring him down to the little jog and then back up again. I'd like to get that transition smoother. We were having a problem with, you'll see him there, he gets kind of stuck and wants to kind of stop and turn or just die and not go forward, and his feet get stuck. So I'm trying to teach him that he can go from a trot to a walk and still walk forward without getting stuck like that. What happens is he gets stuck and his hind end swings out, and that was really cute. Like, he just kind of collected and came back really softly there. It was nice. He's listening to my seat. This horse is really sensitive, so I have to be really careful where I don't ask for too much, and I just stay real quiet, and just even the mere changing my seat. And this was really good because he cross cantered there. And then I brought him back and asked him to lope off again, and he handled that really well. I mean, before he'd kind of have these kind of tantrums, and now he's keeping his cadence and he's keeping his cool, and staying pretty soft. When I kind of corrected him there, he's one of those horses that's a little bit of an overachiever, where he doesn't want to get the wrong answer. So when he does get the wrong answer, he gets a little upset. So I have to just be real quiet and be like, it's okay. Here's the right answer. And then give him a lot of praise and reward when he gets it. And what you're not seeing in a lot of this video is I stop a lot and just kind of rest, and just wait or just walk around, or I don't just drill. And that's very, very, very beneficial to most horses and very beneficial to this horse. I'm really kind of liking that. That was a really nice downward transition. He didn't fall in it quite as bad as he has in some of the other ones. So I'm trying to get him to, because he stops really nice. You could see that. He's starting to get that stop down where he would anticipate me. So now I'm kind of pushing him forward through the stops and downward transitions, and not letting him think that, okay, every time I touch his face, he needs to, stop, and just go down to like a nice transition. So we're doing a lot of canter to trot, and then walk to canter to walk, and everything in between, just doing a lot of these transitions. And that was really pretty. Much softer, much better, much quieter in the face with this hackamore. And he was really good. He was doing this pretty good with a bit, and he kind of regressed a bit with this hackamore, as far as doing these little like quarter turns to try and get his shoulder to move over. So I'm kind of exaggerating my hands a little bit just so that he knows, he's kind of like, what do I do here? He looks a little lost out there. So I'm putting that rein so it touches his neck, and then helping him with the other rein to kind of pull him over, and then following through with my leg at the girth, to see if I can get him to. And he's like, what? He's like, what are you doing? What do you want? And he got stuck there. See, that's what he keeps doing. He just kind of gets stuck. He wants to swing his butt out or turn and try and bite my foot or something when he gets frustrated. That way is a little bit better. So you see he gets stuck again, and I have to get him to go forward. So he gets stuck a lot like that. And we just have to keep thinking forward with this horse, because he wants to suck back a lot. So you'll see practicing this little itty bitty baby quarter turn around thing that that he just kind of gets stuck and sucks back. So I got to get this horse thinking forward without that tail swishing thing going on. So he's not really soft because he's swishing his tail so much, even though he's pretty light in my hands and pretty light off my leg. So we do a lot of this just repetitive baby stuff. So until I can just barely touch his neck with that rein and he kind of moves off of it, I'm going to keep working on it. I'm really liking these canter departs. He's getting much better. Going this way, he's a little bouncier, and he actually kicked up a little bit. You didn't see it on the video because I'm videoing with my phone. But I like how cadenced this lope has gotten. It's gotten really kind of cadenced, and he's not rushing, and he looks pretty relaxed out there, and I'm really happy with that. And he's holding himself together. He used to change leads like crazy, front and back, and I didn't know what was going on. Legs were everywhere. So I'm really happy that he's kind of holding that down a little bit. And that little jog is starting to get pretty smooth, actually, which tells me that he's actually kind of holding himself together a bit more. And I'd liked him to be a lot straighter in these canter departs. Like he was kind of, I was trying to get his hip over, but his shoulder went out, and he still got the lead, but it's not as pretty as I'd like it. But, you know, I got to work with what I've got. So I'm much happier. He used to rush around like really fast one way and then really slow the other way. And now that's just a nice kind of cadence lope all the way around, which is pretty. And I love how he just kind of walked with his head down here. So cute. That wasn't too bad. I'd really like to see if he can do this on the ground, like on the lunge line. I wouldn't say lunge line, 'cause it's kind of a short line, but and this is really good because he kind of fell apart there, and then I just brought him back and asked him to lope off, and he really kept his cool, and he really kept it together, and he was okay with that correction, which is huge for this horse because he would get really upset and flustered with a correction before, and so now he's just like, okay, we can do this, not a big deal. And so, I don't know if you see there what he does. This was the problem I was having, which is why I was having him back up a lot or try to move. He wants to just kind of pop into the ground and slam his front feet into the stop. And then because he did that, his hind end was still moving instead of going down, and his hind end went to the left and into my leg. So what I did, and he did it again there, and so I make him move off my leg and move that hip over. And then I'm just doing it from a trot because it's, instead of giving the stress of the lope, which has already been kind of a stressful thing for him, getting him to do good at the stop at the trot, since we had to kind of take a couple steps back. And he stopped straight there. And he didn't stop with his, head round or soft, but that's okay because he stopped straight. So I'll take with what I can get. So we sometimes have that problem where he stops and throws his hip. And his little side pass is getting pretty good. He used to fight me a lot on this. I used to have, you can see his tail swishing. I used to have, a head bobbing and kind of pissiness going with it. So the fact that he is getting a little bit softer and he's understanding, oh, that leg means this. You can see him really thinking there. He's trying really hard. And that's good. I want something more than a fast side pass. I want one he's moving really softly off just my leg, not using spur at all. And he's understanding what he's supposed to do and staying straight, and that's my main goal. So I'm real happy with him.